So here's a review on some basic percentages. There are a couple of different ways to calculate percentage problems. I prefer to do them with proportions. I don't know what 7th and 8th grade teachers are doing nowadays, but I find this is the easiest way to go about it. So two possible calculations. You can think of a basic percentage problem as a percent over 100 is equal to an is over of if it's written in this kind of form, or percent over 100, most commonly known as the part over the whole. That's the proportion you're trying to set up. So if we want to use this is over of concept, what percent, so there's your unknown, we're going to call that our unknown value of x over 100 is equal to what percent of 100 of is the 110 value is 70. And proportions we know from pre-algebra, just do a cross product and we get 110x is equal to 7 with 3 zeros, and then we take and divide both sides by 110, and we end up with about 63.64. Now, the other thing you probably want to do with all percentage problems is see if this makes sense. Okay, so we're talking about 70%, which is over 50%. And if you take about 50% of 110, that's half of that, which is 55. This is definitely over 55, so we know we're in the ballpark. If you even wanted to go further, take about half of 55, which is 22, and then you take 55, add 22 to that, that's about 75%. 55 and 22, is in the 70 range, so we're in the 70% range. Good to go. We come over here and we say 35% of 80 is what? Again, our 35 is a percentage. Put that in the numerator over 100 is equal to the is what number? So that's the unknown over 80. And once again, cross product 35 times 80 is equal to 100x. We get 2800 is equal to 100x. Divide both sides by 100. And we end up moving the decimal place over. Get 28 equals x. So 35%, which is less than half, half would be 40, and greater than 25%, or a quarter, divide this by 4, you get 20, and that's about a good estimation. If you want to think of this as the percent over the 100 is equal to the part, so this would be the part over the whole, obviously your whole's got to be bigger than the part. The whole represents 100%, the part represents the 35%. Last possible setup for a percentage problem, 62 is 70% of what number? So here we go, we've got our 70%, so I'll put 70 over 100. 62 is, so that goes on top. Unknown is x. Again, we're going to do a cross product, and I get 70x is equal to 6200. And we end up with roughly 86.11 is equal to x. Again, I want to think about what this means. 86 represents my whole number. It's the biggest part. Okay, and then I'm finding 70% of that. Well, half of that would be about 43. 70% is almost half of a half, or 25% more than 50%. All right, so if I take 50%, I have 40. Take half of that, that's 20. And then, once again, Half of this is 43. Add another 20. That's about 63. We're about good. It's a rough approximation, but you know you're in the ballpark. If you set these up wrong and you go back and check, you'll find that this answer may not make any sense. So it's just a good idea to go back and check yourself.